Still holding by my thought that the Sherman S is my favorite EUC that I have personally owned thus far. Hey, what's up, Duff here. I'm outside my current house, which will not be my current house all that much longer. We'll talk about that along this ride. Got the Sherman here with its brand new spiffy, recently painted orange inserts on pedals, on my E-Rides pedals to match my orange Toyota Tacoma. We're going to go for a route that I have not done in quite a long time. I'm not at full battery on this thing. I'm only at 89%, but I think I'll still have enough battery. I better, right? Or I'm going to be in trouble, because I do have another house showing coming up this afternoon, so I need to make sure I do not run out of gas, but I think we'll be good. So let's get rolling and we'll start talking. Okay, just pulling out here onto a Mockley Road. We have a pretty ferocious headwind right now. It's really pushing on me. Which, you know, it'll become a tailwind later, so that's fine, but pushing into some significant wind right now. So when I put the E-Rides pedals on last week, I took it out. I took the Sherman S out for, you know, a quick maybe 10-15 minute ride, just to get a feel for how different they feel, and they do feel way different. You know, the fact that they have risers in the front and the back feels different on the feet. The grip, oh my God, this wind. The grip that you feel compared to the stock Sherman S pedals, it's like night and day. It's significantly better, for sure. So the point of this ride is to establish foot comfort. You may remember when I did my range test on the Sherman, which worked out to be about 70 miles, I commented how my feet felt surprisingly good. Potentially the best they ever had felt after a long session of riding with the stock Sherman S pedals. So I'm curious how they're going to feel with these E-Rides pedals. Hopefully good, you know. Grip is good, but comfort is good too, so we'll see what happens. So the route I'm going, I'm planning to go down to the North Collier Regional Park. That's a park that I've ridden quite a bit in years past. I haven't ridden it much lately. And I think I've only ridden, I think one time I took my original Monster, my Gen 1 Monster, from the house all the way down to the park and back, and it was tight. I did not have much room to spare on that ride, so I'm expecting to have a lot more overhead with the Sherman S, even though I am leaving with 89% battery, not full, so we shall see. Of course, I'm sporting my Eagles t-shirt today. I have on my Eagles sneakers. These are Eagles sneakers. When I was out running errands this morning, I was wearing my old school Kelly Green Eagles baseball hat. So I'm trying to represent the best I can for my team. Looking forward to the Super Bowl tomorrow and hoping for a positive outcome. All right, I'm on the section of Mockley Road that turns almost 90 degrees to the right, so the wind is not as much in my face now, thank goodness. But man, oh man, that was nasty, just like last week for the range test. It was not fun at all. Let's see what I was considering going down the sidewalk here, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna stay in the bike lane like I always do. Creature of habit. A more dangerous option, but a faster option as well. All right, we are on the path off the 3-lane traffic road. 3 lanes of traffic road. So with the house, my house went on the market early this week. It was either Monday afternoon or evening or Tuesday first thing, I don't remember. Since then, I've had 6 showings, and I have a 7th showing at 3:45 today. So I actually need to that's one of the reasons I needed to leave when I did, to make sure I get back. So yeah, 7 showings. This isn't open houses or anything. These are These are people specifically requesting to see the house. And out of those showings, I already have 3 offers. And of those 3 offers, I have already accepted an offer. I've accepted an offer on my house tentatively. There's some financing contingencies that have to happen that are likely to be fine, but it's not 100% until that is locked in. But yeah, I tentatively have my house sold already. And you might say, okay, well, why are you showing your house if it's already sold? Well, basically what you're doing is you're kind of giving yourself an insurance policy that if for some reason the sale falls through, that you have backup offers ready to go. I had, like I said, I had 3 offers, so I accepted the one, and my realtor was supposed to ask the other 2 offers if they wanted to be backup offers if this falls through. So, and same thing with showing the house. Maybe they'll make an offer. You know, you never know. So it doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt to show it. So we will be showing it again at 3:45 today. And yeah, like this morning there was someone that came at 9:15. They were at the house for like an hour. So if someone spends that much time at the house looking at it, I wouldn't be surprised if they put an offer in as well. You know, I would not be surprised. So we shall see. But anyway, yeah, the Cliff Notes version is things are going well with the sale of the house. So the expected path here, the route I'm going is MacLeod Road, turning left onto Collier Boulevard, turning right onto Vanderbilt Beach Road. Then I will be making a right onto Livingston, which will take me to the park, and then I'll probably take Livingston back to MacLeod Road. That's my thought. Just take a MacLeod back home. And hopefully everything goes perfect on Collier Boulevard. And again, we are into the teeth of the headwind, getting blown all over the place. And I took a little shortcut to get off of Collier Boulevard. That wind was freaking ridiculous, man. You know, I'm kind of a big sail. There's a lot of area for wind to push me around, and that did not feel good. So this is a little bit more protected from the wind, this area back here. So coming up here, we're gonna make a right onto Vanderbilt, and we'll be at the park before you know it. Haven't been trying to break any speed records here. Going, you know, maybe low 30s when the wind's not smashing me in the face. Plenty fast enough for me. I can still hear that over 30-mile-an-hour electric noise, electrical sounding noise from the wheel. No one actually commented that they've heard that on their Sherman S's as well. I don't know. But yeah, it is definitively there for sure. Speaking of weird Sherman things, I saw Black Cobra. I don't know if he bought a Sherman S. I assume he did. He was having issues with his. It sounded like a bearing noise. He was having this weird noise and sounded like a bearing noise. And I commented on that video that he made, seeing if he had heard about how there was a known issue with bearings on some of the early model Sherman S's. And evidently he had not heard that. So he may have a bad bearing in his Sherman S. The noise I'm hearing is definitely not a bearing. It's I don't know, something else. Also, Cobra had enabled that high-speed mode on his Sherman S, which I really have no interest in doing. But he did do an interesting test. When he did the no-load lift test with the high-speed mode enabled, the wheel spun all the way up to like 74.5 miles an hour. Just as an experiment, he turned that high-speed mode off, and it only spun up to like 64 or 65 miles an hour. So there is a definitive difference if you have that enabled. And there's definitely much less ceiling for protection as well, so be warned of that. All right, so here we are at the North Collier Regional Park. Like I said, I've not been here much. One of the big reasons I haven't been here much is because I have that great park right by my house now, so don't have the need to come here as I once did. But in the past, I've done a lot of riding around here, so it's still a great park, it really is. This is the park where I did a lot of backwards practice. This is where jump curbs, all kinds of interesting stuff in my PEV journey have occurred here. I've seen weird cars driving around the parking lot. All kinds of weird stuff goes on here. But it's still one of my favorite parks around. So how many of you guys have seen the video that Eeevees put out tearing down the Commander Pro teardown? There's been some blowback on the forums and on the internet in general about it. How it seemed like a very, very biased attitude that they took towards it. And I did watch the whole thing. And they pointed out a bunch of things that were clearly, you know, not great about the Commander Pro, but I would agree that the overall tone of it was to kind of diss it from the get-go. Which I don't know. I mean, maybe because they don't sell the Commander lines, maybe that's why they did it, but it seemed pretty clear, because then they posted the teardown of the EX30, right? I think I saw that as well. And that one was a different attitude for sure. Now I know Bradley said that, you know, they're being more careful about what they sell, which I can understand from a retailer standpoint. You don't want something that's a piece of shit, because it's going to be a pain to service and it's going to make your customers unhappy, and I totally get that. But I think the Commander Pro teardown just didn't have a very fair and unbiased feel to it. And not to say that there's not problems with the Commander Pro, but all I know is that at least as far as seat of the pants goes, I know Dawn really loved it. I know Roger really was impressed with it out in California. So you know, that is the most important thing. How's the wheel ride? How's the wheel feel? And of course that it's, you know, relatively safe. That is important as well. But ride is paramount. I'm just going to do one lap around here. I want to sit down and just take a look at my numbers, see where we're at battery-wise. Like I said, I don't anticipate having an issue getting back. I won't. With 3,600 watt hours, I won't. But I still want to see where I'm at, numbers-wise, because I like numbers. All right, here we are, me and the Sherman S. I don't know, did I mention? I don't know that I mentioned, crap. That I also, from E-Rides, I ordered the pad set for the Sherman S. It covers this section. It goes over the shock towers and fits these indentations perfectly. So I ordered that, and I also ordered the seat, which is actually, you know, I don't know, a few inches instead of a few millimeters thick. That should be coming next week. All right, so I'm at 57% battery. I was at 89% when I left. Let's see, what voltage are we at? I'm at 90.52 volts. So the ride here says that so far I've gone 20 miles. And we know that by the app, you're usually about 10% high. So it's probably more like 18 miles. So yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, there goes the biker. So I think I'll be fine to get home. As far as the pedals and the way that they feel, they're feeling good on my feet. To give an accurate test, I should have worn the same sneakers that I wore for my range test, because these Eagle sneakers are much more kind of pliable and soft-soled, which might not be ideal for my feet, but they feel okay. Feel a little bit of tingles, but nothing really painful yet. So so far the pedals are a-okay after somewhere between 18 and 20 miles. So I'm just going to sit here and take a few deep breaths and continue on. Kind of miss cruising around here. The path that goes around the park here is nicer than the park by me, so it's a great little ride. It's going to be so amazing that riding to work on one of my wheels will be a very, very convenient option whenever I want to do it, basically. So that's going to be such a nice perk of my new living arrangements. Can't wait. There is the water park. It's funny, like when I first came in here, I'm like, oh man, how come there's no one at the water park? You know, because it's freaking 80 degrees. You know, it'd be like, I don't know, just I totally forgot that it's February. So yeah, water park is not open in February, but it definitely is warm enough that it could be. So you want to see me go over some speed bumps? Here we go. Here we go. Let's see how the Sherman S does it. Not much impact to my joints whatsoever on that. That's what we're hoping for. It's kind of weird that you know, the pool's not open, but there's a lot of vehicles here. I wonder what they're here for. It's kind of weird. I'm not quite sure. There's got to be something going on. All right, let's get extreme.
Extreme.
Wow, that was crazy. My heart is pumping. Nice little visit to the park. Heading back out onto the main road and pushing back towards the homestead. There is no bike lane on this section of Immokalee Road, so we will be retreating to the sidewalk. Hoping that this Camry does not move, does not cut the corner on me. And here we go. Sidewalk for maybe a mile. Almost through the ugly stuff. Almost. Oh, here we go. It's always nice to be able to grab onto a pole. This does not feel like a nearly 100-pound wheel. It just does not. EX20S feels like a 100-something pound wheel. Sherman S does not. That is clear to me. All right, back out on the open and bike lane part of Immokalee Road. Heading home. So I'm only a couple miles from home, still carrying, you know, 30s, low 30s. At least from the onboard speedometer. And yeah, I'm not really concerned. Feels quite happy to go this speed. Still holding by my thought that the Sherman S is my favorite EUC that I have personally owned thus far. This ride has only further reinforced that idea. Oh, you missed it. I dismounted and my foot caught on a spike. And I dropped the wheel. Luckily, it looks fine. Takes a licking, keeps on ticking, right? Isn't that what they say? Something like that. There's something here. Okay. Whew. All right, we made it. Sherman S made it. Let's see where we are at. Okay. All right, let's see how we did. Well, it doesn't look too bad. 41% battery. Wow, I was at 58 or 59% when I left there. I mean, I had a much more favorable wind on the way back, but wow. Wheel sitting at 119 degrees Fahrenheit. Top speed 35.9 miles an hour. And for your voltage nerds, because I know voltage nerds like to know what the voltage is of the wheel at the end of this ride, 86.82 volts with an app recorded distance of 35.6 miles. So Figure 10%, it might be closer to like 32 miles. So actually that is a slightly shorter than a normal Ave Maria ride, but it felt very similar. So as far as the pedals themselves go, my feet feel relatively good. I did feel a little bit of tingling. I think that's more to do with the sneakers that I'm wearing as opposed to what I was wearing when I did my range test. These sneakers I don't think are the best choice for riding on a wheel. But overall the pedals, the E-Rides pedals are definitely comfortable. So I think that's it, guys. I probably won't see you until after the Super Bowl. Hopefully next time you see me, we will be celebrating an Eagles victory. And that's all I have for now. If you found this video interesting, please give it a big thumbs up. If this is your first time visiting the channel, please consider subscribing. If you're going to subscribe, you can hit the notify bell that's over there somewhere. Feel free to leave your comments, questions, suggestions, or ideas below. And I think that's all I have for now. Happy Saturday. Sherman S, loving it. E-Rides pedals, loving it. I'll put the link for the E-Rides pedals in the description below again, just in case you're looking for a set. And I think that's it. Until next time, Duffman out. Can I do this all in one trip? I'm trying to get everything in one trip. It's probably not advised, but we're gonna try anyways. So do that, and we do this. This is what we're doing. I have about an hour till I have to leave for the next showing of the house. Thank God for suspension. Alexa, stop. Elsa, are you here? Are you awake? You here? Hi, baby. Hello. Good girl. We gotta go for a ride soon. We gotta go for a ride.